never forget that experience.
We will never forget.
We'll never forget.
We will never. No. I'm sorry, I had a flashback. I'm sorry. Like they didn't want to perform anymore. And when Michael finally fucking quit for them, they were just like, oh, hell yeah! Finally, I'm gonna go home and my wife.
20 years, like for you to say. In this movie? So I was just sitting there like, yo, Colman Domingo lied. There was no moment in that movie where Joe Jackson looked like anything but the worst human being in the history of human beings. There was no moment where he was like, okay, well, I kind of understand. No moment. I'm like, what you whooping him for now?
Bitch, I'm dead from the breakdown. What you talking about? Pull that 40 out and let it bust and I'ma walk it out. They been talking all that fucking shit, but I can hear them now. Keep a clock on my block, bitch, we can shoot it out.
Sup, Vomniacs, and welcome to another episode of Black Vomit Movie Reacts. And I can tell you know what we're about to react to. Smooth.
I'm just playing. What's up, Vomniacs out there in the world? It's your boy Jay Wrights.
And your girl, the Nubian Bad Goddess.
Yes, and as she let you know, we're definitely about to review the hottest movie in the land right now.
Mm-hmm. No contesters.
No
other challengers. No nothing. I don't even know if any other movie came out.
And if they did, the theater was empty. They were just running it, and nobody was in there. Of course, we are talking about the one and only Michael. Yes, the Michael movie officially dropped. I mean, people have been seeing it all year, it seemed like, but it officially dropped on April 24th. Mm-hmm. And ladies and gentlemen, your girl, Nubian Bad Goddess, and your boy Jay Rice have seen it. In fact, I've seen it 3 times. Yes.
Jay Rice went on tour, you guys.
Yeah, still on it. So if I'm in a city near you, feel free to spread the love with your boy. Take pictures, have a dance off, have a hee off, whatever you want to do.
He gonna win.
Hey, it's some stiff competition out there.
Just gonna warn you.
A lot of Michael fans out there, as we discovered, and it's just been a blast to be able to see all this amazing and just it's Michael Mania all over again.
Oh, I like that, Michael Mania.
It's Michael Mania.
Yes, all over again. I saw a video on social media of someone being carried out of a movie theater, like he's literally still causing people to pass out from the beyond, which was wild. Nothing exciting happened at our movie theater, but it was quite the experience.
It was. And
that's all we're gonna say about it. Yeah, like we said, like just the excitement around like sharing our love for Michael Jackson, because we have been fans all our lives. Like, just seeing the hype of everyone. Like when he walked into the movie theaters, like everybody was like, "Wow, like this is the best. This is the best outfit we've seen all night."
It was real.
And then our crew came decked out in the Mike merch and on theme. So hopefully we can show some pictures of that, or you can follow us on social media. We've definitely posted them there. We just had a good time.
It was great.
Good popcorn. And I cried so much. I couldn't see. He went on tour, right? He went on tour. I couldn't follow him on the tour because my emotional state wouldn't have been able to handle watching that movie more than once. I could not. Wet and ugly. I was wet and ugly.
I seen it.
The whole 2 hours.
I hit her up and she told me like, well, just let me know when you're going back again. I'll be right there. Next thing I know, I can't see the movie no more. I was like, what happened, bro?
I was like, yeah, let me see it a second time so I can digest for the review and really take some notes about it. But then I thought about it and I was like, oh, can I really go through all that crying? Because I will cry again. It will be fresh.
She will.
It will be fresh. And I cannot in my heart. Oh, that. Oh,
man. It was everything. And like she says, because our love, I mean, raised on them.
You're a super fan. You and your mom. What did you expect going into the movie initially before we even saw it?
I didn't expect nothing I didn't already know.
Exactly.
Because I was just, if anybody watched the Jackson 5 American Dream back in the 90s movie, that was tell all. And then I've seen a lot of documentaries and reading news and all that. I mean, I was just like, I just want to see how it plays out in a movie, like a full, like not a TV series, but actual feature film, big screen type.
So you completely trusted the network, the production. You trusted that they were going to come out with a polished,
I
respectable product.
I did. I was, when I first seen the poster for promotion, I was like, I don't know, this look a little cosplay.
The poster?
No. It was like a one of the first ones they put out where he was like evolving from young self to older self. And it just looked a little cosplayish. I was like, I don't know if y'all's put enough money in the budget. You know what I'm saying? It was looking a little shaky. But then I saw the teaser trailer and I was like, oh, yeah.
Them trailers were fire.
I was like, they're going to take good care of this. And I was not wrong in my assessment. They indeed took care of it. So, and I was like, if I do discover something that I didn't know, great. But I wasn't going into it expecting anything that I hadn't already heard about. I just, like I said, I want to see it played out. And I guess my biggest thing also was the performance aspect of it all. That was what I was looking for.
Because this is a musical technically, right?
Well, I mean, when I say performance, I mean the acting.
Like the core of it.
The cast. Yeah, like I wanted to see if Jaafar, his nephew, was really going to capture it, or if it looked like he was just, the only person they had available. I wanted to see how the rest of the cast were going to mingle, because, I mean, they had big shoes to fill with that American Dream movie. So I was just excited to see how they were going to tell the story through themselves. Not so much about the story, because like I said, it's Michael Jackson.
Been there, done that, yeah. Super fan.
And then I figured the actual music dance part was going to be well taken care of. Better be. I figured that was going to be, and that was my nervous side. I was like, they probably going to be so focused on how he dances that the acting is probably
something's going to
yeah. But that, that was what my thoughts were going in. What about you?
I would say I knew I was going to cry. I just wasn't prepared for how much and how long and how hard. I did not expect to connect with Michael Jackson so personally. Like, I remember seeing the other stuff when I was younger. I haven't seen them in adulthood, but like some of the things are still like, we remember the abuse, we remember the talent, and mostly the sibling rivalry and stuff like that. Someone got married, had a baby, I don't know. But I keep
sister cousins and all that.
But I did not expect to really like feel so I was like, dang, like that's a time in my life where I felt like this, or this is a moment where I reached out to a family member and got this reaction, and oh my God, and maybe that's why I cried so hard. I don't know if it was trying to heal my inner child or something. I don't know. I was going through it. My initial reactions were correct. I cried very hard. I expected it to be good, because how could you not? Like, I would be like so disappointed. I'd be like, this has to be good, because like, what do you mean? Like, what,
right.
And then I kept hearing things like the mom okayed a lot of things in the family. Well, some of the family, but like the mom was like, you know what? I heard a quote that she was like, oh, he's represented my son very well, or something like that. And I was like, oh, well, this movie's in good hands. So my initial reactions was just like, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna enjoy the movie, because like with art, as long as it makes you feel something, even if it's a negative emotion, it did some type of successful thing, right? But it did it too well. I didn't expect it to do so well.
I'm telling you, and that was another reason why I thought it was going to be great, because the director was the director of Training Day with Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke. So I was like, well, he's already proven himself worthy of something of this standard. So I had nothing but high hopes, you know, and I was going to let them prove me wrong.
if there was a wrong to be proven, yes.
Yeah, I was like, but they definitely delivered.
We mentioned he went on tour. So he went and saw the movie and supported it multiple times.
Still on it. Still continuing.
Still tomorrow, still got to hop back on that tour.
Still continue.
So what was your experiences going from like different movie theaters, experiencing different audiences and things like that?
Okay. So first night, it was a little late, so it wasn't too packed. And I didn't get a chance to wear this, unfortunately, because I was coming from another event to get there. But I was able to have my hoodie on, so that I felt at least like, hey, I'm here. Have my shoe, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. So that audience was pretty quiet. And I kind of missed like maybe the first 10 minutes too. So I was already coming in like, damn, I know I'm gonna have to watch it again just to make sure I get the first 10 minutes. But I was thrilled. The very
no pun intended.
The very first time I was like, when I saw Jaafar and how his vocals sound, how his pronunciations and his tone and all that, I was like, oh yeah, we in for a good one. I was like, he ain't playing with it. He is not playing with it. And
not at all.
I was just mesmerized the whole time. Yes. Like, I felt like each scene got better. Second time I went and saw it, I was with you guys and I was actually able to see everything. And same experience. I was really thrilled with your reactions because I was like, oh, I know it got her. And that's what I was hoping for. I would have hated to see her over there like, when is she going to be over? You know what I'm saying?
They just like to see my pain.
I was like, you got her.
They just enjoy my pain.
You got her. I would definitely say this audience was a little louder than the previous one. It was more people in there. They was definitely in it. You know how you know they in it when they talking to the screen like they at home, you know? And so it was a lot of reactions in the movie. So that had its moment. I'll never forget that experience.
We will never forget.
We'll never forget.
We will never. Experience. Fuck you, Jeff. I'm sorry. I had a flashback. I'm sorry.
And then the third experience, I was like, well, this time I would love to see it in IMAX. They always say we shoot it for IMAX. You should experience it in IMAX, and they did not lie. It was loud and proud. It was huge in there, and a lot of people complain about IMAX's seats, but you know, I don't give a damn about that. As long is it soft? Can I sit down? Do I gotta stand up? Down? But just the screen itself, the music was on top tier mode. I mean, it was a great experience. That audience had a little bit of peep in them, you know what I'm saying? They responded to every word, but at the same time, it wasn't as horrible as it could have been, you know? So I was just thrilled again that everybody was having a good time. You could feel people reminiscing and taking in stuff for the first time that maybe they didn't know, and seeing how he was able to put stuff together and all that. And again, just the performance, like he killed it. He just destroyed everything he did. You did not want him to not be in the scene. It was like a Joker moment, like, but he was actually the leading role. But it was like every time the Joker wasn't on the screen, Heath Ledger's Joker, I mean, you could feel it. You could feel it. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, when he coming back? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was with Jaafar. I wanted him in every scene. Incredible. I enjoyed, you know, being able to go with my boy Rashad. Shout out to Rashad. Eats with Rashad's. Y'all look it up. My boy can throw down in the kitchen just like Jaafar threw down in his movie. Reach out to him. And after that, we was able to take pictures of people. People was actually coming up to your boy. And I wanted to mention that right quick. You know how impactful of a person you got to be to have people treating your impersonators like they you? You know what I'm saying? It ain't even him for real. It's just everybody is, when Jaafar is up there, like it's really him. I'm getting pictures and I got a regular job, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know, and they was just like, man, can we please, yo, and then, you know, doing mini performances and stuff, all that.
Great.
And you just be like, this is all because of one man that we're all just, it is incredible. But that really made my night, because that's what I was doing it for. Like I said, cosplaying pretty much, with the intent of spreading the love and joy of Michael Jackson, which that was always his message.
That was his thing, yes.
We always coming together, and it was just a beautiful thing to see, and a beautiful thing to experience. I really enjoyed being able to do what we was doing last night, after watching it in the IMAX, and just every experience just keeps getting better and better.
That's so beautiful. I wish I could have caught that. Maybe if we have any pictures or footage, you guys can catch that on our other social medias. So go and run to that.
Your boy was just leaning into my greatest form. That's all.
Yes, the
Just
form was impeccable. I saw that
into
picture. I saw that one.
Leaning into my greatest self. You know, it was beautiful. And it was, you know, I didn't get to keep the pictures of the people that took them with me.
Yeah.
And then my friend was like, dang, I wish I had. And I was like, well, you know,
gathered social.
How many celebrities actually get to keep the picture that the person takes with them? So I guess that's how I'm going to look at it.
Well, hopefully when you blow up in a couple soon in the future, those pictures will be,
like,
you know, resurfacing.
Tag you on up, dog. Hey, remember that
I got
night?
this picture. Yeah,
remember that night? My boy was in there. So yeah,
that's awesome. I wish our night could have been as magical, because I saw a lot of stuff on social media. Of course, it's going wild, really fast. It's just taking over everything. I swear, I was doom scrolling and I could not get away from it. And some of the funniest, most heartwarming posts about people just getting together in the movie theaters and singing and stuff, and just like celebrating their love for Michael and what he stood for and everything. You know how I would have broke down even more if they broke out and healed the world in our fucking theater. I would have died. I would have died.
You would have been another one on a stretch. She would have been on a stretch, and I would have had my head like that. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, like if that could have been our night, that would have been an even better night. But it was already a great night to begin with. Well, tell them about the fact that you was risking life and limb because you didn't want to miss anything. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, how could I forget? I should have used the bathroom. The movie started. We got there early enough, but I was so excited, bro, and I was taking pictures and stuff. We get into the movie theaters, we watching the trailers and stuff. Awesome trailers. Yeah. And then the movie starts, and I'm just mesmerized. I'm glued and stuff. And eventually, I don't even know how long, but I started to notice a girl had to go to the bathroom, but I was not leaving. Why would I leave? Why would I do that? I could not. I would have left at any. I would have been like, I'll watch it on YouTube, or someone will tell me or something. No, I could not leave. He was that riveting. He was that. The performance was that good. The music. I'm already here for the music. You ain't got to sell me on that. So I was just like, no, I'm just gonna sit here and suffer, and then suffer a little bit more because of other things that were happening. But I stayed there, and I remember holding I reached out for his hand and squeezed it when it said his story continues. And I was like, is this the end? Because I'm sitting here like, we ain't got to nothing but 1988. When am I going to get to pee? My kidneys are forever permanently damaged. I guarantee you. My kidneys are damaged permanently from the amount of time I had to sit here and do Kegels to hold my fucking bladder. Oh my God. But the movie was so great. It was so great. Sometimes I didn't even realize. I didn't realize I had to pee until other things happened that also made me suffer.
And then I was like, oh, as soon as this is over, and then as soon as it was over, I ran out of the theater.
First song in the credits hadn't came on good, and she was out.
I was like, this ain't no Avengers movie, ain't no post.
She said, speeding. She was out of there.
I had to go.
Speeding.
I will forever remember this night as being one of the greatest movies I've ever seen.
Yes.
And also having to pee so very bad.
I was so weak. Boy, I was like, she's suffering for you, Michael, man.
And I'll do it all over again, Mike.
Yes.
You do it all over again.
I'm just realizing and piecing together how much you was really going through them 2 hours.
And you know how hard it is to hold your bladder when you cry? Because when you cry, you are relaxed. You basically you're letting out and stuff. You're letting out. And the whole time I'm letting out, I can't let out. And I'm just sitting here just in torment emotionally, just environmentally. I'm in torment. I'm just... every joke, because the movie was surprisingly funny.
There was a lot of hilarious moments.
Speaking of transitional pros and cons. So I started with something good.
Yeah.
So I did not expect the comedy to be so comedic.
They did
the Prince thing, that Prince joke was one of the funniest things. Joe, even though he was terrible, fuck Joe.
Yeah. Oh, you think you're better than the boys?
He was funny.
Think you better than me? Get in line.
He was funny. Michael himself was funny.
You mind me? Yeah, Michael was hilarious. I think after all that, I'm gonna look him in the eye and I'm a grown man. I'm gonna tell him. And then the next scene, I think you guys should tell Joe that I want to do a solo.
It took that man 20 years to look that man in the eye and then the lawyers weren't shit because they told him, "Yeah, we'll handle this for you," and went there and got pistol whipped by Joe. Sent them on their merry way.
Anything he want to do after the hours of 9 to 5,
he found
on his ass.
Yes, Mr. Joe.
This nigga said, that boy gonna feel my belt when he get back in. Mind you, the nigga was like 25.
Can't beat nobody, Joe.
Oh, man. Okay, so are we still on the pros?
Yeah, you can do it, bro.
Okay, pros. You was finished, right?
Yeah, that's the only one that came to mind.
Okay.
At the time.
Comedy. Yeah, the comedy was, I was expecting that, so that's another one of my expectations. I was like, I know it's gonna be funny. They're gonna piece things together. I would definitely say another pro would probably be the little subtle moments. Like I like how they showed him going into the hospitals and just his overall love and joy and happiness for animals and all that stuff. I think they pinpointed that perfectly. So I didn't have any issues with that. I go back to the performances, nailed them. Even his brothers did really good. You know, sometimes you be like, I don't know, you might have been all they could have found, but everybody delivered. They definitely did great on that. So those were some major pros.
The brothers didn't want to. They were doing good, but the whole time it seemed like they didn't want to perform anymore. And when Michael finally fucking quit for them, they were just like, oh, hell yeah. Finally, I'm going to go home and fuck my wife.
Been waiting 20 years, Michael, for you to say this, man.
That's so funny to me. They was like, yeah, we here and we'll do it. But
I had to stay up all night because we couldn't get it right. All you had to do was say, no.
They're the only ones who ain't getting beat in the movie.
And some, right.
Because they just going along with it.
Okay, Dad. Yeah.
They tired too, but they not saying nothing. Michael over here brave. One of the youngest.
Right. Just gotta stand up. I'm like, man, I'm like, you about as tall as Joe. You should be able to do something.
Oh my goodness.
I thought it was funny. I had seen on social media, like, damn, this movie made it seem like the brothers weren't hitting on shit. Like they ain't want to do nothing. And then somebody was like, well, they was the executive producers, so that must have been how they really was. They must have been telling us, yep, we was like that the whole time. So
just not doing nothing.
Just because it was like every time he turned around, Michael was performing or recording music, and they was playing basketball. It was just like, or they was just behind the scenes, just like, yep, whatever you say, and it's like, damn, they must have Must have been like, this is how they saw their lives, for
They
real.
was like, nah, we were there too.
We was there, we just, you know.
No, you wasn't. You literally, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
They are a talent. The Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson.
It was
I like seeing the family, the like, how do I say this? Yeah, I mean, it's still family aspects. I don't know.
They were laughing together.
Just like how, even though they were going through something that was terrible, because like, I can kind of, just from experiences and stuff, like, while going through abuse, but still trying to find moments of stability, of love, of, you know, shared connections and stuff like that. And I love another pro, how they sprinkled that throughout the whole movie, really. They always centered back to family, like how every other few scenes, they would go back throughout his life. He would be sitting down watching movies and eating strawberry ice cream with his mom.
Yep. I love stuff like that.
I'm about to cry. Cut. Can't do this, man. What's that mean? Cut the camera. I can't do this anymore. I can't.
Cut him off.
Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off. Take me off. Cut the show.
Can you make that commitment for him?
Lord Jesus. But that was beautiful. It was like, yeah, he went through stuff, but look at the good that he still was able to find, or a safe place he was able to carve for himself.
But yes, it was really dope that he was able to do that. And can't forget about Bubbles.
When Bubbles came through, I was like, I knew he was going to be CGI. But man. I guess I don't even need to have a con. I'm about to make up cons. Con. They had a CGI monkey. I feel like they probably did that for safety, and the monkey looked good.
Yeah, it's also.
It looked like a good. It was adorable. It made everyone in our movie theater say, "Oh." One person said, "I want one," and they know they were lying.
They know,
because you know how black people are. You ain't getting no freaking chimpanzee.
They would have acted just like the mom did. Like, hey,
do it, bite.
I ain't had no chimpanzee in my house.
Yo, when they said do it, bite, and he said no. Oh, but he is very sensitive to certain sounds and certain, you know, moods and loud things. And he looked at Joe and bared his fangs. I was like, oh, yeah, Bubbles has always been all right with me.
So he either hides or he attacks.
He said he either hides or attack. Joe, I bet you Joe ain't never touched Bubbles.
I bet you he ain't never. He ain't get no belt that night.
Or touch Michael when Bubbles was around. Right. You better not let me get out this cage.
Some consequences and repercussions.
Primal.
I would definitely say a kind of mine. And I think it's just because I was so... Because I watched interviews prior to watching the film. And Colman Domingo, who portrayed Joe Jackson, was pretty much saying... We're going to address some of the things that we know about Joe Jackson, the hardships and him being a tyrant, basically a dictator. But I'm also provide us the human side, you know, kind of like how the Jackson's American Dream did. There were moments, a few moments where you was like, he's still a pretty decent dad. He just an asshole, you know, he's a hard ass.
Abusive is the word.
I mean, yeah.
Abusive.
You know, but there was still moments where, well, I'm proud of you, man. You did it. Or I'm here for you. Don't worry about it. Or I'm going to teach you how to fight so nobody bullies you. You know, those teachable dad moments. In this movie...
You're going to do what the hell I tell you to do now. Come on, we got to get it together. We got to get it right. Let's go, man. What y'all doing? You got something you want to say to me, Michael? No. Yes, you do. Because my belt want to talk. It's all right. Come on, let's go. Get back here. Get together. Marlon, hold on, give you a little more hair. You a little patty. Come on. Do it just like I told you. Come on, man. I don't know who I'm finna whoop. I'm mad. Gonna be that. I got something for his ass. I can go up there and fix it. All this is because of me. We up late night, we doing it, that's all me. You gonna find your daddy? Them white folks, boy, you think you trying to bug up? What you trying to bug up at me, boy? What you trying to bug up at me, boy? You forgot I'm from Gary, Indiana. I don't give a damn what you talk about. You going on that tour. Oh my God, man. Why you can't be a regular boy and get Hot Wheels and stuff? Get these damn animals out my backyard.
So I was just sitting there like, yo, Colman Domingo lied the fuck off. Because there was no moment in that movie where Joe Jackson looked like anything but the worst human being in the history of human beings. There was no moment where you was like, okay, well, I kind of understand. No moment. I'm like, what you whooping him for now? They ain't even show us. They just showed you pulling the belt down and closing the door.
What you whooping him for now?
What you yelling at him for now? He was just sitting there. All you had to do was like, hey, Michael, we back to performing. You ready? Nah, get in line. And I'm just
Look
like,
at me.
Look at me. Look at me. Look, I mean,
Fuck you,
God.
Joe.
I was like, yo, there's no way. There's no way he was this horrible.
I mean, hey, there are horrible people out there.
Shanita, there was no scene where he was looked, or in no way. I can't think of not one. I watched it 3 times.
I'm pretty sure there was
every scene. And
oh, wait. When he drove them home.
Nope.
But just that scene.
Ain't giving him that
just
either.
that scene, because once he walked in, he did.
Look at his face. His face looked like he was like, just wait till we get to this motherfucker. Just wait. You lost. I told you we ain't had a perfect pitch. You lost us. You lost us. Like, it was hard. I was like, bro. So, I mean, I don't know if that's a pro or con, because I'm like, they, again, told the story. So this is what they witnessed, according to them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that goes, I'm glad this touched on 2 things. That goes back to the expectations. I did not expect him to look that bad for 2 hours.
Yo, your friend, Aunt, shout out Aunt, and your brother, who I just found out you were twins, so I'm kind of adjusting to that. But Aunt and his brother made a video where they said that he kind of looked like the Grinch. And I was like, you know what? The whole time I was sitting there, I was like, he looked like he was giving me the feeling of my Uncle Benjamin. And I was like, dang, why is his, because when he was like looking at the camera, his thing was furrowed. It was just like like the Grinch. And I was like, I totally was looking at him like something is off. You think he had prosthetics on?
I don't know what the fuck they did.
I keep touching the mic.
They said, give me demon. And they was like, say no more. And that's
I wonder if he had prosthetics on, and that he probably didn't, but the way his wrinkles were in his face, especially when he was close up, look, I was like, he do look, and I don't know if that's because the Grinch is like the most evilest thing that we kind of can equate this to, but that's what I got. I was like, I agree with you full-heartedly.
I saw it. Man, that man was terrible. I told you what to think. See, I was expecting that, but just in a more American Dream type scenario. Like, we got to do this, Michael. Like, I understand, but no, this nigga was
we got to do this.
Abusive.
They looked like they was living a middle class life. They were fine.
I cannot believe.
He had a job, right? Joe worked at a job, right?
You mean once they got famous?
No, what was he doing before?
Oh, he was working at the steel mill.
Okay. Yeah, he did say in the movie, he was like, I don't want to work at that fucking shit for the rest of my life either.
Or lose it. And, I was talking with somebody about this because I was like, in American Dream, they still made him look human.